What up, guys? Your boy Just King Zeri. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the Just King Zeri podcast. And yeah, man, as we continue to talk about everything that's happening in South Africa, yeah, man, whatever it is concerning South Africa, we're out here talking about it. And today we're going to be talking about Lerato Kganyago and some of the celebrities that have been responding to the backlash on Chidimma Adetshina contesting for Miss South Africa, and some of the disappointments that are, and why some of the reasons why there's a backlash on Lerato, and of course she's a judge for the 2024 Miss South Africa. So it's a lot, man. So before we get straight into it, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, because I plan to grow to this channel so that we can have even interviews with some of the people that you might know from other podcasts and all that, talking politics, talking whatever, just giving you guys 3-hour long conversation, 2-hour long, 1.5 hour long conversations, interviewing those people. I like to grow to that point, and more analysis from me as well, just talking about everything that's happening and just doing very long videos, of course, for you guys, for the benefit of you guys, the benefit of all in the name of spreading information, and knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? So also, so that you may be able to get more and more content from me when you open your homepage, rather than just getting one video here and there. So subscribe, guys, very important. Let's get straight into it. Lerato Kganyago is someone who's not unfamiliar with going back and forth with fans and people who are really calling her out on some of her behaviors, some of the things she has said. So this time she is a judge on Miss SA, and big back and forth that led to her even deactivating, her account on TikTok. Is it TikTok? No, it's Twitter. Yeah, she deactivated her Twitter. People are saying very, very crazy insults to her, but that's how it is, and that's how it is. People are they should show you how angry people are, because she went on a Instagram live with Somizi, and in that Instagram live, she really she doesn't get it, man. She doesn't get it. She's living on the good side of things, and she doesn't get it. And sometimes when you don't get it, you must just keep quiet. Let the owners of Miss SA come and answer to us. And manje wena ungaphaphi, don't papa, don't come in the front and manje you want to now. Remember, this is a white-owned, I believe, private-owned company that's hosting this Miss SA. Those people have to answer to us. That's really the fight at the end of the day. These are people who really don't understand what we are about, or what we are talking about, And these are people that when you and I tomorrow we fight, there will be nowhere to be found. They'll just be sitting there watching us, So this is a message to all celebrities. Before you trash what South Africans have to say, remember that we put you where you are. Remember that it is because of us that you are what you are. We are the castle that you stand on. We are the giants that you stand on, so that you can be a star there at the top. Do you understand? We are the ladder that you climb. Do you understand? And some celebrities don't understand this, that your shine, whatever shine you have, if the people turn on you, then they turn on you. Do you understand? And this is something that celebrities such as Lerato, they keep poking that bear. They keep poking that bear. As a South African celebrity, you have to hear us out. That is why I like DJ Sbu. He hears us out. He will come back and respond. He says something that offends us, he comes back and respond and say, yeah. Even though he's still standing on his beliefs, but he will say, I get it. I understand where you guys are coming from. Do you understand? South Africa is going through some crazy shit. So in that conversation, I really like what Somizi did. I really like Somizi. I like the fact that he comes from a place of like understanding. To understand, even though this time he's confused, is what, but he will never disregard the views or the feelings of South Africans. Because in that video, Lerato Kganyago is the one who started creating narratives, talking about narratives. So Mizi wasn't talking about narratives. He wasn't talking about narratives. So Mizi was asking, what's happening? What is this? What? So then Kganyago is the one that started saying, it's easy. Because it's easy to attack a black woman. That's why they're doing this. He started saying that there has been Portuguese contestants with Portuguese parents or winners or things like those, And these are things that you can tell, these are narratives that have been posted out there by Nigerians and all these things to defend themselves. You understand? And it seems like she just took those things and then she starts, how can you take narratives created by those people and then you or their defense points, and then you come and put it on South Africans and paint a narrative about South Africans? To understand, that is why we have a beef with you. So of course that narrative that did happen. Of course there are some people with Portuguese, all these things. We have a problem with that, but remember, that was a different time. That was a different moment in time where we South Africans were not woke enough. It was a different time. Foreigners were not committing too much crimes like they were committing, but it wasn't as crazy as it is now. The immigration problem wasn't as crazy as it is now. Right now, there's a magnifying glass, on immigration, on the behavior of Nigerians, on the behavior of Mozambicans, on the behavior of and even the behavior, I say all Mozambicans or all Zimbabweans, all, because they do not speak out. They do not call out their brothers who are doing crimes, who are doing all these crazy things. They do not call them out. They just say, your problem is your government. Your borders, your other. They never ever. The only one guy that I've heard talk about, really talk to his brothers and say, no, but you only go to someone's country, you have to behave. It was Mr. Brown. Shout out Mr. Brown, legend. Yeah, man. For some of us in the music industry and whatever, shout out for the hits. Shout out for all the collaborations with our artists. That's one guy. They were trying to gaslight him or talk to him like, hey, South Africans, what. Then he was like, no, but when you go to someone's country, you must behave. Then he's shocked every time when there's crimes and whatever, and his brothers are there. Then he was telling them that no, South Africans are good people. The fact that they have welcomed us for this long, for us to change our lives or whatever, seek greener pastures, it means they are good people. That's one guy that I've ever heard in my life. The rest of them, when you tell them, when you cry to them and say, hey guys, what's happening? As a problem, this is a problem that we're having, and we're finding a lot of people from your, they treat it as if it's none of their business, And one thing I can tell you about Africa, what I've realized, a lot of African countries have adopted Western culture too much. Even though they say, hey, white people, what, but from their previous regimes that they got independence from, they took way too much from those things. The thing about South Africa is that even though that regime came, we kept on being traditional. We kept on being respecting to culture. We did not want to become white people. We respect our culture and we live culturally. That's why we still have this concept of you are your brother's keeper. Do you understand? You are your brother's keeper. That is the belief of Africans. That is the belief of olden times. That is the belief of culture. You are your brother's keeper. I'm going to have to ask you what your brother is doing. I'm going to have to ask you, what is your brother doing? And you have to answer me. Before I even go to your brother and attack him or go to war with him or whatever, I first have to consult and say, family of this man, please answer to me. Do you understand? But then when you go to the family, and the family does what? Tells you, no, it's your problem. It's your problem. Go to the what? Go to the government. Go to the law enforcers. When you know very well that the law enforcers are very corrupt. There's so much corruption. Do you understand? So you have to understand that this is your problem. A Zimbabwean represent your whole country. A Nigerian represent your whole country. A Mozambican doing crime or whatever represents your whole country. We have to ask, how are these people raised? What is this that they are doing? Do you understand? So, Lerato Kganyago went on to say that it's because she's a black woman. They are attacking her because she's a black woman. And she said it's easy to attack a black woman. Do you understand? That is a very false narrative. Then she said that if she was white, then she would have, maybe they have lawyers, they have all these things. Do you understand? And now, that is something that you are now painting us as South Africans as bullies or some sort of abusers, you know, abusers and the racists. That's how you are painting it. But you did not hear what we are saying, because our cries are so simple for you to hear, but you don't want to hear it. You much rather hear narratives that are spread by these people, because they are spreading narratives. Why this, why that? Remember, that was a different time. Now we are at a different time, where now we are seeing our enemies. We are seeing the people that are causing damage to our country. Bro, even if it was now a mixed or someone who has Portuguese parents would not become in South Africa, we would say no, because it's a different time. Our people now, it's a different time with different problems. Before we fix, we cannot award someone born from people who are terrorizing our country, born from a nation of people who are terrorizing our country, without those people helping us deal with this issue. We cannot bless the daughters of our enemies before we speak to our enemies or before we reconcile with our enemies. There has to be a reconciliation. Do you understand? You can't just make laws and say this and that. Fuck the law. We don't care about the law. We care about, I cannot have someone from a certain tribe or certain situation who's actively destroying and doing some things that are very, very off to my side of to my tribe. Even though she's not the direct daughter of the actual people who are doing this, but the fact that maybe I went to that tribe and spoke to the ones who are innocent, to say, hey, your people, your brothers are doing this thing. And then now I take one of the daughters from that side of the tribe and then I make her miss my tribe to become the representative of my tribe. Okay, how does that make sense? Make it make sense. It's not make sure. Make it make sense. How can I award the daughters or the daughter of someone who's from my oppressor? And now I allow them to compete as such a prestigious thing like this. Do you understand? And now don't tell us about white people, because white people, there's been a big fight. There's been a big back and forth between blacks and whites. Some white people within our black rulership feel like they've been left out of so many different things. Colors, they feel like, do you understand? So that is an ongoing fight or ongoing thing. Do you understand? And we had our reconciliation. Truth and reconciliation. We had all these things. We decided to make a truce And then we said we came to an understanding to say, from today, never again shall there be black dominance or black dominance or white dominance. This is now a rainbow nation, and we're moving together. And if anyone breaks those rules, then they'll have to deal with us. They will have to talk what's happening. Do you understand? So now it's Nigerians. We're having a current battle. We're having a current warfare between South Africans and Nigerians. And we're having a drug problem where Nigerians are selling drugs on a high level. I'm not saying South Africans are not selling drugs, but there's a lot of Nigerians that are being found selling drugs. And we are questioning Nigerians, what's happening? The innocent Nigerians, since you guys always say, not all of us. Hey, deal with your government. No, we have to answer. Do you understand? And right now, in the midst of our frustration with Nigerians, you will put a Nigerian Miss South Africa or a contender. No ways. This is not a Mickey Mouse show. We are having serious problems. Go watch TV right now. This is October. Go and watch that show. Go and watch what's happening. Go to communities right now. Right now, there's a drug bust in 4 ways. Drugs worth 5 million, I believe, rands or more were found. If you go there, I'm telling you, you will find Nigerians. Probably some South African, but you will find there's always a Nigerian there. Do you understand? So now, do not say it's because she's a black woman. There's no such thing. This is because this is what's happening currently. This is where the wokeness of black South Africans is at the moment. We're seeing that the people we thought our friends are actually our enemies. Because you cannot just sit around, and watch these things. We've been watching. It's been years we've been watching. Nigerians have been coming here doing as they please. We've been watching. But now we are finally vocal, saying that, guys, what's happening? What's happening, guys? We got a problem. It's very important to take accountability. Don't say that we are doing this because, hey, she's a black female. Making it look as if maybe we're gender-based violence people. No, this is a female competition, isn't it? Trust me, in this day and age, in the conversations that have been had right now, people were going to have a problem whether anyone is not from South Africa entering these competitions. Do you understand? And don't put sports and all those things into this one. This one is very special. It's very different. This is a representative of South Africa, an ambassador, a female that is supposed to embody or what other females in that country want to become. She's Miss South Africa. She's a representative of us. You can't take an Igbo person who's supposed to be a representative of Igbos that side and put them and make an Igbo a representative of South Africans, of a Zulu, of a Venda, of a Tsonga, Xhosa. You make an Igbo a representative of those. That girl has nothing in common, with those people. The only thing she has in common is the color of the skin. But as a person, she even put foreign flags to represent herself on the social media platform. When she's dancing on your TikToks and whatever, is Nigerian music. How is a South African girl supposed to watch that thing and feel motivated? She's gonna feel like she has to become Igbo first to be recognized. She has to be non-South African in order to be recognized. This is why it's important to put a South African with South African values, beliefs, culture, being raised as a South African. What is an Igbo person going to teach our people? Who knows what those people's beliefs are? Because some of their people here, when they are here in our country, their values are very different from us. They have this loud, proud thing of just ego and, of course, not all of them, but a lot of them, is that supposed to represent us? We as South Africans, we're not that. We don't have we are not loud, proud, and all this thing. We have Ubuntu. We need a Ubuntu culture. That's why we need our culture. Now you put Igbo culture to represent us. You see, it's a mixed masala. So stop painting South Africans in a very bad light for speaking for their patriotism. So these people, they know that when you can't hear properly, or you don't like to hear, you're always against, just because you can't take some comments nyana there on your status, on your TikTok, on whatever. People are telling you, hey, just because you can't take those things. So now you start to say, South Africans are like this. You forget who put you there. You forget who made you who you are. No, you can't do that. You can't side with things that we are not about. You have to side with things that we are about as South Africans. You can't put narratives about your own people. If your own people are being seen as this and this and that, you can't push that narrative. You have to be patriotic, and that is why the people of South Africa are serving you with insults. Do I agree with the insults? No, I don't. But this is what people do when they are not heard, when they are treated as, lighting giving me a problem. Yeah, there we go. When people are crying and then you say, these people, they are like this, and you just dismiss the cries of the people who put you on top, they will take you down, and they will make sure that they take you down. They make sure, and they do have the power to take you down, because you're outshining the master. You're outshining the master. They can take you down easily, So let's try by all means to be patriotic. I know you are a judge. I know you are doing this and that. About DJ Spoo, I know you are sponsoring and you're painting us as these cowards. You're painting us as cowards that we will attack a woman, a black group, because she's black, and then we don't attack a white. No, we have no problem attacking a white person. And here's the thing: you guys are saying it's an attack. No, it's not an attack. The ones who are taking, but a lot of us, people are doing TikTok videos, very beautiful TikTok videos, really going in depth to say, no, guys, when are you just taking those trolls or whatever, those people? What about the rest of us who are speaking sense and making videos? And really, have you watched our videos? Watch our videos and see, watch our videos and see what we're saying, because we're saying a lot. And then from there, you can make a conclusion. Don't just say, they've started there with their xenophobia. Do you understand? You are pushing their narrative. You're not patriotic. You are not patriotic at all. And they love to see this thing. You are using your big brand to tarnish the people who put you on top. Stop it, Lerato, stop it. This has been many times now. Many, many, many times. You have to love that audience, your South African audience. Don't let these big ballers, Nigerians and whatever, these big ballers with looking, doing all these things, popping champagne and all those things, and now you think you're at the top, and now South Africans ain't shit, because that's their narrative. They say the South Africans ain't shit. Do you understand? At the end of the day, when your shit is messed up, we're gonna have to clean it up. We're gonna have to clean you up. Do you understand? You're gonna have to return exactly where you started. Do you understand? So do not. South Africans are angry, and if they are not heard, they will lose whatever painful word they can say to get your attention, because it seems like that's the only way to get you guys' attention. That's the only way. And you go and cry there, it's fine. We don't care. Cry alone. We don't care. You cry, because you cannot turn on your people. This is the same thing. This is turning on your people. You understand? This is turning on your people. Just because you're a judge, just keep quiet. Let the owner of Miss SA do her thing.